Welcome to UltiPro Time and Attendance Overview. I am happy to have this opportunity to bring to you some of the wonderful features of UltiPro Time and Attendance System. While it's similar to WorkBrain in many ways, there are some new features that we will point out that will make your life easier. This should be a relatively short training. I simply want to demonstrate how to access the new system, give you a quick tour, demonstrate how to clock on and clock off, and show you how to request time off in UltiPro. Let's get started. You will access UltiPro through this icon located on your desktop. When you click the icon, it will take you to the login screen for UltiPro. You will receive login credentials via email prior to your go-live date. Please use those credentials to log in. They will not be the same as your current WorkBrain credentials. You will be directed to the UltiPro home screen. You must click the menu button to view your options. After you've clicked Menu and Myself, you'll be directed to the UltiPro self-service menu. All of the links here are live. Go ahead and click on each link. There are prompts to guide you through all of the important things that you need to do for UltiPro, including direct deposit. Click Myself, then click Time and Attendance. This is different from WorkBrain. There are a few additional steps to get to Time and Attendance because you will now have the self-service menu where you can have the ability to access your job summary, paycheck stub, and much more. From the Time and Attendance homepage, you will be able to clock on and clock off, view your schedule, view your time off balance summary, and your week-to-date summary. You can navigate through the header bar to view your messages, your timesheet, and request time off. Here's a short video on UltiPro Web Punch. Clocking in and out has never been so easy.
The employee arrives at work and logs into her computer. She then selects the UltiPro icon to access the time and attendance application for the City of Detroit. Upon logging in, she sees her UltiPro homepage. The ultimate time and attendance homepage layout may vary based on the employee's role or title. On the homepage, the employee is able to clock on and clock off, view her weekly schedule, balance summary, and more. Employees need to clock on and clock off on a daily basis. Some employees are exempt from clocking into the system, but it is mandatory for most employees. This is also referred to as a web punch, where the USG clock is the web tool. The first and most important item on the homepage is the USG clock, also known as the punch tool. The USG clock has a clock on button used to clock in when she arrives to work. Once her work is done for the day, she will click the clock off button to end the workday. The USG clock also displays the server time next to the clock off button. This is a helpful tool that will show the employee what time they are clocking in and clocking out. The system will generate a warning message below. Click OK or click Cancel if you do not want to clock on. The system now generates the confirmation screen that she is clocked in. If she tries to clock in again, then the system will generate the below message. At the end of the day, she will need to clock off the system. The system will generate a warning message below. Click OK. The project field will be used if she is assigned to a different project by the code. She will select the project code and then punch in and out at the assigned times. This concludes the introduction module.
The My Timesheet tab will allow you to view your timesheet. You will not be able to make any changes, but you can view it for accuracy. Contact your supervisor if there are any inaccuracies on your timesheet. This video will demonstrate navigating your daily timesheet.
This is a demonstration of my personal daily timesheet for employees. You are able to view your own personal daily timesheet for accuracy and report discrepancies to your supervisor. This video demonstrates processes to access and view your timesheet, including absences, hours worked, and daily punches. After accessing UltiPro Time and Attendance, click the My Timesheet option on the header bar to display your timesheet. The current week for your daily timesheet will be displayed by default. Hover your cursor over your name to verify the accuracy of your personal data regarding your name, employee name, status, pay group, calc group, and hire date. In the Authorized field, the X indicates unauthorized time, the check mark indicates that the time is authorized. In the next field, the date and the day of the week is displayed. In the shift field, you will see your start and end time along with information regarding flex and lunch. Schedule start and end time shows your start and end time for the workday based on your shift. The clocks field displays your daily punches. Time code summary field gives an overview of how scheduled time for the day is allocated. For example, work, sick, or unallocated. Hour type shows how hours worked are applied. For example, regular at your regular rate, OT for overtime, or unpaid. Clicking the triangle on the left side of the screen will expand or hide details for each day on the timesheet. The start time, end time, hours, and time code field will show how the scheduled work time for the day is broken down and assigned to different time codes with associated hour types. The job code field is for job code. The department field will contain the department code. The project field will contain the project code, if applicable. The team field will display the name of the team. The time summary panel at the bottom of the timesheet reflects a summary of the time data for the date range on the timesheet. It displays a summary of the time codes and the associated hour types for the page. Again, you play a key role in monitoring your personal timesheet for accuracy. If discrepancies are found, you should notify your supervisor. This completes our demonstration of accessing and viewing your own personal timesheet.
Let's do a quick learning check of some of the things we've learned about UltiPro so far. What tab do you click on the header bar to view your personal timesheet? I'll give you time to think about that and then we'll display the answer. You're right, My Timesheet. What does the time code summary display? The time code summary gives a summary of how the scheduled time for that day is allocated. For example, work, sick, or unallocated. What does the hour type summary display? Hour type summary displays how the scheduled work hours are applied. For example, regular, overtime, or unpaid. How do you view your time clock punches? You simply look in the clocks field. How can you tell if your timesheet has been authorized? You want to see all checks for authorized on your timesheet. If there are any X's, that means portions of your timesheet were unauthorized and you need to see your supervisor. Some employees will be required to submit their timesheets weekly as opposed to punching in daily. The weekly timesheet is typically used for salaried employees. If there are no exceptions, you will simply submit your timesheet for approval as you are currently doing in WorkBrain. If you need to record sick time, you can simply select the sick time code to indicate which days you want to submit for approval. If you need to record exception time, you can simply select the time code of your choice and indicate which days you are taking for paid time off, and then submit it for approval. This video demonstrates navigating your weekly timesheet. This video demonstrates the personal weekly timesheet for employees. You are able to view your own personal weekly timesheet to enter sick time, monitor it for accuracy, and submit it to your supervisor for approval. To access, update, monitor, and submit your timesheet, do the following. Click the My Timesheet option on the header bar to display your weekly timesheet. The current week is displayed by default. To change the week, select the arrow icons on either side of the date or calendar icon. Weekly timesheet lists days along the top of the timesheet and requires you to enter hours per day per exception time code. To enter time, click the magnifying glass icon on the time code field and select the sick time code. Enter the number of hours for the specific sick day and save changes. After you save changes to the timesheet, the updated hours and time code will generate on the timesheet. Total column to the right displays the total number of hours for the time code for the week. Total row at the bottom of each day displays the total number of hours of exception time codes for that day. Code summary on the bottom of the page displays the time codes applied on the timesheet with the hours. To delete entries, click the checkbox under the trash can next to the time code you want to delete. The blue highlighted days indicate the days off for the week. Comments can be added on the timesheet by clicking Add on the Add Comment row. A comments window will appear. Type in comments in the comment field. Click Save Changes on the comment window and click Save Changes on the timesheet to populate your changes to your timesheet. After comments are added and changes are saved, the Add hyperlink will update to View. Clicking the View link allows you and your supervisor to view changes. After you have entered updates to the timesheet and you are ready to submit your timesheet to your supervisor for approval, click Submit for Approval located at the bottom of the timesheet. A comments window will appear, allowing you to enter comments, if applicable. Click Submit. A pop-up message will appear on the Submit or Approval window indicating that your timesheet has been submitted. Click Close. After that, a confirmation will be displayed on the top of the timesheet indicating that your timesheet has been submitted to your supervisor. Again, it is your responsibility to enter sick time, submit your timesheet for approval on a weekly basis, and report discrepancies to your supervisor. This completes our demonstration on My Weekly Timesheet. Let's do a learning check of some of the things we've learned about the weekly timesheet. What tab do you click on the header bar to view your personal timesheet? Again, My Timesheet. How do you enter sick time or any other exception time on your timesheet? Click the magnifying glass icon and select the exception time code of your choice, including sick. Enter the number of hours for that particular exception time code and save changes. How can you view exceptions on your timesheet? Hours per day per exception time code are displayed on the row for that time code. Total column on the right displays the total number of hours for the time code for the week. Total row at the bottom of each day displays the total number of hours of exception time codes for that day. And the code summary on the bottom of the page displays the time codes applied to the timesheet with the hours. How do you submit your timesheet for approval? If there have been any exceptions, click Save Changes at the bottom of the timesheet, and then click the Submit for Approval button at the bottom of the timesheet as well. And now we'll move to requesting time off. Employees are able to request time off, cancel a submitted time off request before it's approved, request a cancellation of time off request after it's approved, and check the status of a time off request using the calendar and messages on the header bar. You will be required to request time off through this time and attendance system. Approval is required from your supervisor for time off. The UltiPro payroll system will notify you via messages under the Messages tab when your time off has been approved. This video will help you to understand how to request time off in UltiPro. You will have access to these videos if you need to review them later once the system is live.
Request cancel time off for employees. The Request Cancel Time Off feature in UltiPro enables you to view your time off bank balances, request time off, cancel your time off request before it is approved, and request the cancellation of time off already approved. This video demonstrates those processes. Request time off. Click the Request Time Off tab on the header bar. Confirm the month and the year. The left or right arrow can be used to switch to future or previous months. Note, on the right side of the screen, you can also view your current paid time off or available balances. Click the day that you are requesting time off. Click the magnifying glass icon in the type field of the new time off window that appears to search for the type of time off for your request. Click the Find and select the type of time off. The new time off window will also display the current available balance for the specific type of time selected. If the time off request is for a partial day, check the partial day box. If the partial day box is checked, start time and end time fields will generate in the new time off window next to the dates. Enter the start and end time. Ensure that the times are within your scheduled shift. Verify the from and to dates are correct. If the time off request is for consecutive days, then update the to date. Enter comments if applicable. Go ahead and click OK. Important, start and end time should be within your scheduled time. Partial time offs are applicable based on the employee's contract. After clicking OK, the request will display with an orange half circle on the calendar. Note, you can modify your request before you submit it if necessary. Confirm that everything looks correct for your time off request. Then click Submit on the bottom left of the time off request calendar. After the employee submits the time off request, the circle will turn blue, indicating it is awaiting supervisor's approval. When the supervisor approves the time off request, a green check mark will appear on the calendar, as we can see here. Now we'll move on to cancel time off not yet approved by the supervisor. If you need to cancel your time off for any reason before your supervisor approves it, click the requested time off day you want to cancel. The blue circle indicates that the request is waiting for the supervisor's approval. When the pending approval window appears, verify that the information is correct and click Cancel Request. When the time off request cancellation will appear with a strikeout on your time off request calendar. Click Submit on the bottom left-hand side of the time off request calendar. The time code will disappear from the calendar. The time off request is now canceled. We're moving on now to request the cancellation of time off already approved. To request the cancellation of time off already approved by your supervisor, click the requested time off day that you want to cancel. The green circle indicates that your supervisor has already approved the request. When the approved window appears, verify that the information is correct and click Cancel Request. The time off request cancellation will appear with a strikeout on your time off request calendar. Click Submit. The crossed off time on the original time off requested day will remain until your supervisor responds to the cancellation. When the supervisor approves the request for cancellation, the request on your calendar will be canceled and removed. If the request for cancellation is not approved, the time off will remain on your calendar. This completes our demonstration of Request Cancel Time Off.
Let's do a review of some of the things we've learned about requesting time off through UltiPro. Where should employees go to access and submit a time off request? Click the Request Time Off tab on the header bar. How can employees cancel a time off request before it's approved? Navigate to the Request Time Off calendar. Click the link on the Request Time Off day to cancel. A pending approval pop-up window will appear. Click Cancel Request. How can employees request cancellation of a time off request after it's been approved? Navigate to the Request Time Off calendar. Click the link on the requested time off day to cancel. An approved pop-up window will appear. Click Cancel Request. Where can employees find a record of their time off balances? Time off balances can be located at the right of the Request Time Off calendar, also located on your home page. Let's take a look at the UltiPro Mobile App. With the UltiPro Mobile App, employees are able to view available balances for time off, view financial information, request time off, view City of Detroit Employee Directory, and view the City of Detroit organizational chart. We have steps here on signing into the UltiPro mobile app. Upon opening the app, you'll be asked to enter your company access code. The company access code for all City of Detroit employees is City of Detroit. After entering the company access code, you'll be asked to enter your UltiPro username and password. Your username and password is the same username and password that you use for your desktop version of UltiPro. Some examples are located on the screen. With the UltiPro app, you can view paycheck stubs, view pay history, view W-2 forms, view your W-4 withholdings, view company org chart, view available balances such as PTO, sick time, and more, view history of all time off requests, and view and submit a time off request. Thank you for being here. It's been a pleasure to introduce to you the new UltiPro Time and Attendance System.